It's Mother's Day, May 10th, and this is an update on the garden. It's been raining over the past few days, and I think that's provided some good water for our plants because a lot has happened since last weekend. Starting over here with our onion and kale patch, you can see that the kale flowered despite some of my efforts to trim away the flowers. And we have these beautiful yellow flowers here, which are edible. I've eaten them in the past. They taste very good. And we're going to harvest some more kale today from our kale patch. The onions that were bulbs are growing really well. The onions that were little seedlings are growing a little less well, but they're still alive. I had planted in some spinach here in between the onions. I placed them here so that the deer wouldn't eat them, and the seedlings have come up. Let's see if they survive. I planted some beets over here on this side amongst the onions, again to protect them, and I actually see some beet seedlings coming up. You can see the purple coloring near the base of some of these beets. So that's going well. Over here, the potatoes have actually poked out of the ground and are growing pretty quick. Most all the potatoes that I planted are doing well. And the onions that are there to protect the potatoes, I'm not sure potatoes need protecting from deer, but just in case, are doing okay. Kale continues to do well. And this was chard has started coming up. There's maybe 3 or 4 plants there. I have some onion mixed in with them as well to protect them from the deer. We'll pick some of the kale a little bit later on. The carrots have come in. They're mixed in with the clover, but you can see the characteristic leaves there. So they're a little later than down south, but hopefully they'll overtake the clover. The radishes are continuing to grow. In another month or so, I think they're going to be ready for harvest. The asparagus came in since last weekend, and oh my gosh, does it grow fast. None of these spears were here 7 days ago. And in 7 days, some of these have grown 3.5 feet. So we'll harvest those today so that we can continue production from the crowns that are in the ground. And then the squash that I planted by seed is coming out. You can see it coming up here. This is a combination of yellow squash and some zucchini. I'm gonna seed the rest of the bed today. This is where I planted some seedlings that were killed by frost towards the end of April, beginning of May. So overall, things seem to be going quite well with the garden, and I'm looking forward to watching it grow over the next few weeks.